What's going on, Decepticons? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be going over 10 amazing Lightgun games that you can play on the modded Wii using multiple emulators. And of course, I am going to look for a couple Nintendo Wii Lightgun games that are kind of flying under the radar. If you do have any questions about what I'm going to be showing you, go ahead and join the Discord. I will leave that link down below if y'all want to join and stop by. So, let's go ahead and get started. The first game on our list is the Namco Museum Mega Mix Galaga Remix. This is an original Wii title, so you will need to use USB Loader GX. Galaga Remix is one of the most slept on arcade shooters on the Wii, largely because it was tucked away in Namco Museum Mega Mix, a mini-game compilation. But don't let that fool you, this version is a fun, lightweight take on the 1981 arcade classic, featuring smoother controls, updated visuals, and fresh enemy attack patterns. While the core gameplay stays simple and accessible, the addition of power-ups adds a nice twist. If you're looking for a casual pick-up-and-play arcade shooter, Galaga Remix is an underrated gem worth checking out. The second game on our list is Operation Wolf. You will need to use SDL MAME, which is one of the older versions of MAME. To get this working on your Wii with SDL MAME, you're going to need to follow this control scheme right here. Feel free to take a screenshot or pause to get all of this information. Released in 1987, Operation Wolf is one of the most iconic rail shooters of the arcade era. Featuring a Lightgun controller, players take on the role of a Special Forces soldier tasked with infiltrating enemy territory to rescue hostages. This game is known for its fast-paced side-scrolling action where players must shoot enemy soldiers, helicopters, boats, and tanks while managing limited ammo and avoiding civilian casualties. With 6 intense missions, escalating difficulty, and a unique first-person perspective for its time, Operation Wolf set the standard for future on-rail shooters. The third game on our list is Mortal Kombat Falcon's Revenge on the SNES, so you will need to use SNES 9X GX. You will need to set your controls to a different format. I'm going to show you right here. Mortal Kombat Falcon's Revenge is a rail shooter and a sequel to Battle Clash, designed exclusively for the scope Lightgun accessory. However, you're able to use this with the Wii remote and it works flawlessly. Set in a futuristic world where giant mechs called standing tanks battle for dominance, players take control of the ST Falcon and its pilot, Michael Anderson, to defeat powerful enemy mechs in one-on-one battles. The gameplay focuses on precision shooting, charging special attacks, and deflecting enemy fire, making it one of the most engaging Super Scope games with branching story paths, multiple difficulty levels, and even a 2-player mode. Mortal Kombat Falcon's Revenge stands out as one of the best Lightgun game shooters on the SNES, delivering a unique and challenging arcade-style experience. The fourth game on our list is Mad Dog McCree's Gunslinger pack on the Wii, so you will need to use USB Loader GX. Mad Dog McCree Gunslinger pack is a compilation of classic live-action FMV full-motion video Lightgun game shooters originally developed by American Laser Games in the early 90s. This collection includes Mad Dog McCree, Mad Dog 2 The Last Gold, and The Last Bounty Hunter, where players become a bounty hunter tracking down 4 of the West's most dangerous outlaws. The Wii version supports the Wii remote as a light gun, replicating the arcade experience. While the full-motion visuals feel dated, the cheesy western atmosphere, fast-draw shootouts, and nostalgic arcade gameplay make it a fun pickup for fans of classic arcade shooters and Lightgun games in general. Alright, next up on the list is To the Earth on the NES, so you will need to use FCE Ultra GX. Don't forget, you do need to set up your Wii remote for the Lightgun shooter, so just go ahead and follow this setup scheme and you should be all set. To the Earth is a fast-paced sci-fi Lightgun shooter that puts players in the cockpit of a spacecraft on a desperate mission to save Earth. Using the Lightgun, players must blast through waves of alien enemies while navigating the treacherous journey back home. What sets To the Earth apart is its high-speed, first-person perspective where enemies come flying at you in rapid succession, testing both your reflexes and accuracy. With limited energy, incoming missiles, and relentless difficulty curve, this game is a true test sharpshooting skill. Though brutally tough, its unique setting and intense action make it a hidden gem for NES Lightgun fans. Next up is the arcade classic Operation Thunderbolt, so you will need to use SDL main, and you will need to set your controls similar to what we did for Operation Wolf. Just go ahead and take a look at what I have here on the screen and you should be all set. Just remember that for a part of this you are going to actually need to use the Wii Remote to set your settings. It does sound a little confusing, but if you can't get this set up, again, feel free to head over to the Discord and I can go into more detail. Operation Thunderbolt is the high-intensity sequel to Operation Wolf, taking the on-rails gun shooter action to the next level. This time, players are elite commandos on a mission to rescue hostages from a hijacked airliner, battling through enemy-infested streets, military bases, and desert war zones. Unlike its predecessor, Operation Thunderbolt introduces a two-player co-op mode which allows both of you to shoot people at the same time. It also adds first-person perspective driving segments, grenade launchers, and even armored enemies for extra challenge. With its relentless action, cinematic hostage rescue finale, and pulse-pounding difficulty, Operation Thunderbolt is a true arcade classic that still delivers an adrenaline rush today. Our next game on the list is Body Count, a Sega Genesis exclusive on-rail shooter. So you're going to need to use the Gen Plus GX emulator. With that said, you're also going to need to have your control settings set. Go ahead and follow what I have here on screen and you should be all good to go. Body Count is a fast-paced, over-the-top rail shooter that pushes the limits of the hardware with intense action and non-stop chaos. Developed by Probe Entertainment, this game puts players in the role of an elite soldier tasked with wiping out hordes of enemy forces across war-torn battlefields and alien-infested wastelands. Armed with a powerful machine gun and grenades, players blast through waves of enemies in a first-person perspective, dodging incoming fire and racking up a high body count, hence the name. The game's smooth sprite scaling effects, rapid enemy movement, and relentless difficulty make it one of the most intense shooters on the Genesis. If you're looking for an arcade-style shooter that delivers pure, unfiltered destruction, Body Count is a must-play. Alright, next on our list is the slept-on Wii shooter Attack of the Movies 3D. Released in 2010, Attack of the Movies 3D is a wild, fast-paced rail shooter that lets players blast their way through classic movie-inspired worlds, all in glorious 3D if you're able to get your hands on a set of those old-school 3D glasses. Despite flying under the radar, this game delivers a fun, over-the-top arcade experience that's perfect for fans of light gun shooters. Each level throws you into a different movie-style setting, from alien invasions and deep-sea horrors to giant robots and B-movie monster battles. The 4-player co-op, variety of weapons, and non-stop action make it a hidden gem among Wii shooters. While it doesn't have the polish of bigger titles, it's a sheer campy fun and creative theme that make it one of the most slept-on rail shooters on the Wii. Next up, we have X-Zone, which was released on the Super Nintendo, SNES, so you are going to need to use the emulator SNES 9X-GX. Again, you will need to set your controls, so don't forget to follow the setup directions accordingly. X-Zone is a fast-paced, futuristic rail shooter designed for use with the Super Scope Lightgun. Set in a world where an advanced military AI has gone rogue, players take on the role of a special operative tasked with destroying enemy-controlled defense systems and mechs before they wreak havoc. The game features intense first-person shooting action where enemies attack from all angles, requiring quick reflexes and precise aim. With fast-scaling sprites, explosive weaponry, and a variety of futuristic battlegrounds, X-Zone delivers an exciting arcade-style experience on the SNES. If you're looking for a light gun shooter with high-energy action, this one's worth checking out. And last on our list, but definitely not least, Heavy Fire Afghanistan, the slept-on Wii military shooter. Heavy Fire is a high-intensity on-rails military shooter that delivers fast-paced, arcade-style action. Despite flying under the radar, the game offers an explosive, no-frills shooting experience that fans of classic rail shooters will appreciate. Players take on the role of an elite soldier deployed to Afghanistan, battling through enemy-infested towns, military bases, and desert war zones. The game features cover-based shooting, destructible environments, vehicle-mounted gunplay, and a co-op mode for up to 2 players. With tight controls, non-stop action, and a gritty modern warfare setting, Heavy Fire Afghanistan is a slept-on gem for Wii shooter fans looking for an intense arcade-style combat experience. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for today's list of 10 amazing shooters on the Wii. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them down below, or if you want to leave your comments, please do that as well. And if I don't get back to your questions down below, or your questions are really big, please again head on over to the Discord, where you're most likely going to get a quicker response. Other than that, I will see you all on the next video. Peace.